We're
Got it?
Yeah, we're okay.
Okay.
Very cool. So, how many of you are actually using social media now? About half. So that includes MySpace, YouTube, LinkedIn, Rise, Friendster, Spoke. You can actually see a list, and this is not even a complete list of the things that I put on there. Digged, Flickr, Friendsters, Google Advanced, High Five, Jason's Network, which is a really cool one, Stumble Upon,
Sorry.
Tagged. You know, I have never seen so many unusual people in one place as on Tagged. So I don't know what that is, but there are so many things. And you know, what happened was, I think Zing created this software that you can create your own social media site now. So you can actually start your very own Facebook, if you'd like, using Zing.com. And so people, I get no less than 10 requests a week now to join somebody's social media site. So you don't have the time to be doing that much social media. So why do you need to know about social networking? Anybody have any ideas? I knew you were going to answer.
It's the least expensive to promote your business or your, whatever your endeavors are.
Absolutely. Using the internet, social media, now you can actually see pictures of people, so you can see who you're connecting with. So it makes it really easy to be able to see the kind of person that you're working with. So how about reaching a broader base of clients, right? And with a whole lot more ease. So if you don't have to sit face to face across a desk from someone, do you have any limit to the amount of business that you can do around the world? So let's say Austin being in the construction industry, does that mean that his clients have to be in the neighborhood? Or does Austin's expertise maybe lend itself to something like a talk show format where people could actually pay him for his expertise? Right? So all of you have information that is called edutainment that you can put onto social media so that you can raise your visibility and create another stream of income. So that is a really cool thing about social media. And you know, I went at the 9 o'clock meeting, I kicking and screaming into Facebook. You know, I mentioned that I had 4 friends on Facebook, and it was May 15th, and John Bonner in New Jersey sent me a request, can I add him as a friend? I went, oh, I've got another one. Like, I've been on LinkedIn for 8 years. I don't know about you, but I've never once had a client out of LinkedIn. Of all the requests I've ever sent, I've never received one back, right? So I asked someone, you know, Rich, will you introduce me to Terry? No one ever answers. I don't know what it is, but when somebody asks me, I always answer. So there's this disconnect on LinkedIn because you're not seeing people. And no offense, Lee, but most of the people on LinkedIn are IT people, right? They're all left-brain analyticals, and so they don't have the social networking kind of personality.
They
So
don't wanna talk
they're
to you.
tunnel visioned, right? They know what they want, but they're not capable of looking at the broad picture of what it means to help other people in the process. So I thought, okay, now wait a minute. I gotta check my attitude at the door, because my attitude is always to be open-minded and to pursue things on an individual basis, not based on what anything else has happened. So, okay, all right, John, I'll sign in as your friend. And then I thought, I'm gonna go look to see who John's friends are. Deepak Chopra, Mark Victor Hansen, Jack Canfield, John Asheroff, Michael from The Secret, Michael Beckwith. Unbelievable people. So I sat there for 1 hour and I clicked add as a friend, add as a friend, add as a friend to his friends. I got up Saturday morning, I had 72 friends. From 4 on Friday night to 72 at 9 in the morning. And I thought, this is really something. Now, in truth, most people of that level are not answering their own Facebook material. They don't have the bandwidth to do that. They've hired someone full-time to be able to do that. So you get to this point where you realize you're talking to the second person, so how do you talk to them in a way that you're able to eventually engage the person that you need to talk with? That's all part of what happens with the social media. So the first level, the first tier of social media is to build your friends list. So one of the things that you want to do is realize I only use MySpace to store my video, right? Because I can take this flip video, put it up on MySpace, and it's not using my bandwidth on my website, but I can take the link from MySpace, put it on my website, and it automatically plays from MySpace or YouTube. But I started with MySpace, so all of my videos are over on MySpace, and it clicks like that and it plays on your website without anyone having to leave your website to go look at the video. I was looking at some of my videos on MySpace last night, and the average video has had 135 to 500 views. I'm not promoting it, so who in the heck is looking at it, right? But it gains visibility. It actually raises your visibility overall on the internet. How much time do you think you ought to spend? Like, none of us have that much free time, but if you were to spend an hour a week, and I'm not kidding, that's all it takes, an hour a week going through the process that I'm telling you right now, you'll be able to build the kind of friends that will lead you to the level of business that you really want to have from using social media. Now, that's the beginning stage. Right? There is a much more involved stage in the social media, and it depends on what you want to accomplish. So you're all here because I think you want more business from using social media. So we're going to focus on that concept and using all the social media to create business levels so that you can actually figure out how to generate income from using social media. The most important aspect of social media is going to be consistency in relationships. Have you ever had somebody that you've met at a networking event or some kind of organization say, gosh, you're really great, you know, I want to spend more time with you, I want to get to know you, and then when you call them, they never call you back? Never happened?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. So you don't want to be that person. The person you want to be is the one, like every time I call someone and they'll say, you've got the greatest follow-up system. What do you do? I've had people tell me that if persistence was rewarded financially, I would be a multimillionaire. That's the kind of reputation you want to have. Somebody who always shows up, they do what they say they're going to do, they under-promise, over-deliver, come up with ways of helping the other person, and look at social media as an extended family. Now, every once in a while, you'll have someone on Facebook and they'll say, do I know you? Why should I link with you? Well, are you there just to talk to the people you already know? And that's what I answer them. So, you know, you'll find all kinds of people with all kinds of attitudes, and it'll be, what you want to do is use the social media as a way to link the people, not only that you want to work with, but the people that they want to work with. All right, so building teams within social media. And one of the things that you'll see how I put this together, I am a huge fan of joint venture, and you'll see how I've done this. So one of the things that you want to do to expand your resources is to find through social media, and I don't care if it's YouTube or MySpace, whatever you're comfortable doing. I just happen to like Facebook a whole lot more than I like any of the others. Mm-hmm. Now, I'm pretty active on Jason's network, but it's because the CEO of Jason's network calls it the beautiful people, right? So it's not that everybody on Jason's network is beautiful, but their attitude sure is, because that's what he declared. And if you don't use Jason's network for 60 days, he just takes you away. He just gets rid of you. So he only wants people who are proactive. And I like the fact that people actually read the profile on Jason's network and on Facebook, and they make comments on it, right? So these are not people that are typically just the burn and churn kind of people. Like, so the people that I've met sometimes at chamber events where they gather all the business cards, and the next day they're all trying to sell you on their MLM, right? So you don't want that kind of reputation. You want to figure out how you can build a relationship. Now the rule is you talk to somebody 5 times before you talk business. That is the social media rule. I don't know who made it up, and I'm going to say they said a number of times today. I don't know who they are, but I figure the people who've been there longer than me know they, and so I'm going to trust their judgment. So I've been very fortunate that people have actually approached me on Facebook, and they've said, I like your profile, I like what you do, I think you stand for something pretty outstanding, and so this is what I'd like you to know about the rules, and this is what I'd like you to know about how to work with in Facebook and the confines. So I'll tell you, this was a real difficult thing for me. From May 15th to December 5th, I had built 4,500 friends on Facebook. In September, I had done a workshop series, and I broadcast that to all the groups that I belong to. Nobody said a word. So, and it was like almost 150 groups. You know, if you're interested, there's a free teleseminar, go listen, here's the call-in number, no problem. December 5th, I launched a new teleseminar series. I sent it to 2 groups, and they shut my page down. What? Wiped it out. They consider that spamming. In September, I had 3,000 friends. December 5th, I had 4,500 friends, and I think they look at you a little more critically when you